who's really on fire. That DC is so hot right now. So hot.
Yeah, so hot. I went and bought 2 issues of Superman. Thanks a lot, guys.
Hey, no one told you to buy 2 issues. I don't blame you though.
Man, Dan Mora on Superman. How can you not? Right. All right, man. Yeah. Batman and Robin year 1, Mark Waid, Chris Samnee, right? Need I say more? Guys, blown away by this issue. Loved it more than the first one, honestly. I thought this was incredible. And I especially loved how it was just brilliant. I thought it was brilliant writing by Waid and how we started off at Child Protection Services with the office pool, betting on how long Bruce Wayne was going to make it as an adoptive parent before they resettled Dick Grayson with somebody else more suitable. You know what I mean? And just the stereotypes and assumptions they all make about Bruce, Dick, the situation. And then finally she's like, well, I got to go make the house call. I just hope that Playboy fop hasn't put the boy in any danger. And then we get this great epic scene from Samnee of Alfred trying to machine gunning rubber bullets at Robin as he's, trying to formulate an attack and get closer to the gunner or whatever. And it's just such a great transition. It's a great way to start the comic. It just had me with a smile on my face. Bruce wants Robin to be more disciplined and stop performing. Robin's bored. He's kicking fish into the gun barrels, and that's the energy we have going into the house for this first meeting with this case officer, right? And it's hilarious. Bruce is introducing himself very formal. Sounds like he's got his shit together. He's taking this serious. He's sincere, right? And he opens the door, and Dick is doing a backflip off the chandelier.
Ever the showboater. It's
great. It's fantastic. It's such a great moment, and like as the case officer's got her back turned, he's like balling up his fist at him, and is this regular behavior? I should hope not, and this and that. It's such great dynamics, man, and such great fun. And like I said, such great writing from Waid. I love the intro of it. I don't want to give away too much in the second half because we start to get some things built upon that we saw in the first with our villains, Two-Face and this General Grimaldi character who I haven't seen before in Batman lore. Are y'all familiar with this guy?
No.
Neither am I. But yeah, I think another great moment is the burning building rescue with Robin, and it's another one of those moments like we get from the beginning where Batman, trusts him, but it is extremely worried about him, and Robin surprises him again. It's another cool moment of the interaction between them. So just all the different ways it shows these two and their burgeoning relationship, how strong it is already, but how also how taxed it is, and how dangerous it is, at times, right? It's life and death. Has been fantastic. And the majority of the good first half of this issue really focused in on Bruce and Robin, Bruce and Dick and Batman and Robin, and I really, really dug and appreciated that, and why I enjoyed it more than the first. But Phable, I'll kick it to you again, bro. Are you reading this series, and if so, what are you thinking about Waid and Samnee?
Well, I definitely love Samnee's art. His art is freaking amazing in these first 2 issues that I read. Fantastic use of black, and the coloring is amazing. Definitely gives me those Batman the Animated Series vibes. I mean, the designs look ripped straight out of there, and I love those. I forgot the guy's name that does Batman the Animated Series, but he's definitely paying a lot of love to that guy. The how do I say this? I'm this book is a little more sillier than your average Batman title. Now, I'm not caught up on Batman proper, but I feel like this is a little more comedic, right? Am I off by saying that?
It feels like. Go ahead, E.
I agree. I see what you're saying, but I think it's with reason. But I think Stu, you're about to explain that reason. Go for it, man.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know if I have that reason, but I do feel like it's a little bit more
well,
golden age and tinged with hope. You know what I mean? Like it does feel. But I feel like that's kind of like one of the unifying threads that DC is trying to go for right now with the All In thing. Is like
okay.
have it be old but new. At the same time.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Does that make sense? I feel like that's something that we're seeing in a lot of their not the absolute stuff, but like the All In, the Justice League, and
Yeah.
Superman, and a lot of that stuff. It feels
Well,
like
I just
classic, but
reading it, I feel like I'm watching an episode of Batman the Animated Series.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's intentional. I don't know if that's, you know what I mean? I don't know if that's just Waid style. I'm not very familiar, but just like you were saying, where he's doing the things off the chandelier, I can just totally see that in an episode of the animated series. You know what I
absolutely,
mean?
yeah.
And him making Bruce look like a buffoon, like more than once in these issues, I'm like, I don't know if that'll really happen. You know what I mean? Like, don't go in that building, and then I come surfing on a fucking door out of a burning building, like, and then he's like, "Oh,
It's the best."
yeah, you did it."
He's got his hands on his hips. Come on, bro.
This is totally a cartoon. Like,
Yes.
but
Yes.
I'm not saying that in a bad way. If that's it's totally working. But what hinges me to this title more than anything is Samnee's art.
Yeah, man. Absolutely. How about you, bro? How you feeling about this one so far?
Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. This series is fantastic. Before I dive in here, apologies to Sleepy here. Apparently, my sound effect startled him.
Thank
too,
you.
so.
Yeah, we're not alone out here. You're trying to fucking give us heart attack. Yeah.
I'm keeping me in your mind, right? Keeping your attention. I love this book though so much. Chris Samnee is doing things with his artwork that is just left of center from what he normally does. This doesn't feel like Jonah and the Impossible Monsters. It doesn't feel like Firepower. It doesn't even feel like his Marvel work, like when he was working on Daredevil and Black Widow. It feels like it's like he's taking his own style, mixing it in with with David Mazzucchelli from the original Year One, because it feels very in line with that time era and that style. But dude, like Phable, when you were talking about the animated series, man, I totally get it. And this it gives me big feels of the animated series. It's like a marriage of all of those things put together. And when you get that, this is magic. This is lightning in a bottle kind of stuff that I really didn't anticipate loving as much as I do. Similar to what I was talking about with Ultimate Spider-Man, the learning process and how I was enjoying that so much from Peter. This issue does the same thing for me with Dick Grayson, though, because as we open the issue and we see him showboating and this bravado, like where he's, he's just doing things to go through the motions. When Bruce is like, take out the gun, he's like, I'll get to it. I'd rather flip around these bullets a couple times and mess around this. Watch me backflip over this. At the end, though, that cockiness makes way for confidence, right? And it shows that, hey, when the time is right, when it's time to make a heroic decision and save lives, I'm not afraid to put my own life at risk to make this happen. Am I going to put my twist on it? Am I going to come surfing out on this door? Absolutely, because that's who I am. But I'm not putting the lives of these people above the theatrics of me being a hero. I loved seeing that transition from the first page to damn near the last page. Walking through that journey with Dick and with Bruce, chef's kiss. I loved it.
Yeah, dude. I don't know how many issues total we got on this bad boy, but I'm loving it. So
12, I believe, which I was totally mistaken. I thought we were only going to get 4.
Oh man, that's beautiful.
Yeah, so we're in for a ride.
Absolutely.
I'm glad you explained it that way, because I kind of felt like smacking Dick a couple times. Like, don't be going at.
That's part of his charm, dude. That's part of his charm. You want to shake the shit out of him.
Oh man, but yeah, man. This once again, I just want to say before we move on that this art is probably some of his best stuff he's ever done. Like you've seen some of those shots of the Batmobile, man. when it's on the road, and the Gotham's in the background, or that cave thing.
Dude, the Batcave shot, right? With the panel
beautiful
layout, how it's like half the city and half the Batcave, and like how they explain that. That was amazing. Like, yeah, he's really
gorgeous.
It's amazing. Like some of these artists, dude, just like as the years go on, they just get stronger and stronger. And it's awesome to see him put out what's going to be a 12-issue series, like with this type of consistency. So
yeah. And before we move on too, man, like one of the unsung heroes of this issue, well, the first couple issues that we've gotten to has been Mateus Lopes.
Yeah.
Is it Lopes or Lopez? I've always said Lopes.
I would say probably Lopez, but I could be wrong.
Okay. Either way, unsung hero of this, because like I was saying, it gives year one vibes, and I couldn't put my finger on why it was in the first issue, but I was like, they're striking that feeling, and it's something I didn't expect. I didn't think they would be able to thread that needle, but they're doing it. And this issue, I really, really strongly believe that it's the color work, because it emulates the look and the color palette of year one so well that like I really do feel like that's the interconnectivity between those two, is that he's drawing on those colors. So kudos to